Hi, everyone. My name is Tyler, and welcome to this nice and chill, relaxing roulette stream. Today, I'm going to talk to you about roulette, the game that you see in the casino, and just a nice educational stream on playing safe and playing smart. So, let me get this started for us. So, a little bit of what I want to talk about today is the history. What is roulette? The anatomy of the game, which is personally my favorite part. I find it super interesting, and the betting system. And then to finish it all up, we will play a little bit of the game, and I will answer some of your questions. So, first, why roulette? Well, specifically free roulette. I have a learning disability where I struggle a lot with numbers, understanding numerical values. But something like roulette, which is actually very simple, um, it's the percentages are easy to remember. It's very easy for me to memorize those. And I believe in exercising the mind, even though, I might not be good at it. I'm not good at math. I'm not good at foreign languages, but I still like to practice them to exercise my brain. So, the history. So, there's various theories around the history of roulette, but one of the most famous claims is that this French mathematician named Pascal, he was an inventor, a scientist, mathematician. Um, there's a theory that he made the roulette wheel during the 17th century when he was trying to create a perpetual motion machine, so something you could spin and it would always go. But then in 1796, when European roulette emerged, it became the game we know of today. It gained a ton of fame and then led to American roulette and French roulette. They're all very similar. But then we go forward to the 1990s, and then that's when online roulette became very popular. Um, and today, online roulette is probably one of the most popular online betting games, other than sports betting. So that's a little bit about the history. And then, what is roulette? If you're new to the game, if you're not new to the game, a ball is released into a spinning wheel, and when that wheel comes to a halt, as it comes to a halt, the ball lands in one of the pockets, and that is situated around the edge of the wheel. The segments in the wheel are red and black, and they're numbered from uh, 0, 00 to 36, um, with either, uh, and those are normally green, those zeros. Um, you can bet that the ball will land in any of those spaces, or you can just place bets in other areas. Um, there's tons of different bets that you can do, colors, odd or evens, street bets, corner bets, all these things that we'll talk about. But you can see on the screen that is what a roulette table looks like. So the ball goes around that wheel. You place bets on those numbers and on that table. So that's a little bit about what roulette is. So now the anatomy. So for me, this is the most interesting part. So uh, in the center, so the wheel is the centerpiece of roulette. Um, the person will spin the wheel and will toss a ball in the opposite direction that the wheel is spinning, and the ball will settle in one of those pockets below the numbers. And then if you bet on one of those numbers, the winners are paid respectfully. Um, and yeah, so then that's that. And then the diamonds. So you'll see the arrow that's pointing to the diamond. Those are found on the outermost layer of the roulette wheel, and they're scattered pretty strategically. You'll see it when we start to play. The ball will deflect off the diamonds, and it kind of makes sure that the outcome is random. And then we have the ball track. This is the circular part of the wheel where the ball rolls before it hits any of the deflectors, the diamonds. It's kind of like a racetrack. The ball goes around and around until it starts to hit the diamonds. And then we have the frets. These are what separate the pockets from one another. And these can also help alter the trajectory of the ball a little bit. So just like how the diamonds can deflect them, you'll see how the ball will bounce from like over the frets and hit the frets, things like that. And then we have the rotor. I think this is where that idea of the perpetual motion comes in. It's the innermost layer of the roulette wheel, and it's the heaviest part. It rotates along with the pockets, and it's the main reason how the wheel can spin so fast and go on for so long. Yeah, it's actually very similar to a fidget spinner. Then we have the base of the wheel. The base, it's the outermost layer of the wheel that helps maintain its stability as it's spinning. So again, relating it to a fidget spinner, how that has weights on the outside edges that keeps it balanced. That's what the base is. So if you've ever seen a roulette wheel in person, or if you've ever had the chance to hold one, you probably haven't because they are extremely, extremely heavy because of the base. And then we have the pockets. So these are black and red slots labeled with different numbers, or the green slots, which are 0 and 00. What I'm showing you right now is actually a European roulette wheel. But in American roulette, it will have another pocket that has 2 zeros. But these pockets are where that ball lands and shows the winning number. So now I want to talk about the table a little bit. So again, this is a European roulette table. For some reason online, European roulette is way more popular. Not for some reason. It's more popular because there's the house edge is way less. I think it's like 2.4%, something like that. Whereas in American roulette, I think it's almost like 5%. So the betting system, inside bets. So first, roulette bets fall into two main categories. There's inside bets and outside bets, with the name coming from where you place your chips, on the inside of the table or the outside of the table. So inside bets are about picking certain numbers or groups of numbers on the inner part of the roulette table. They're riskier than outside bets, meaning you're less likely to win. However, if you do win, you get more money. The advantage the casino has, which is called the house edge, is the same for inside and outside bets. There is one bet in American roulette that has a higher house edge, but it's not played often. And I think it's almost like 7%, so no one ever does it. But the types of inside bets that we're going to talk about today are the most common ones, which are straight, split, street, corner, basket, and double street bets. And then before we get into that, I want to talk about outside bets. So betting on the outside of the roulette table gives you a good chance to win something. So for me, someone who's a beginner in roulette, these bets cover many possible results in the game. However, since you have a higher chance of winning, the payout is much, much lower. For example, if you bet on an even or odd number, which covers almost half the wheel, you will only get back what you bet. So if you put in $1, you'll get out $1. So you'll have $2. Other outside bets, like betting on a column or a dozen, give you a slightly better chance to win. Bets cover 12 numbers on the wheel. You have like a 1 in 3 chance of winning, and if you win, you get twice the amount you bet. But if the ball lands on 0 or 00, you lose any outside bet you placed. So that's why American roulette actually has a larger house edge. And the common outside bets in American roulette are red and black, odd even, high, low, column, and dozen. So we've been going for 12 minutes now. So how about we all take a quick water break and get up and stretch, and I'll be right back. All right, chat. I hope everyone was able to get a nice stretch in, get some water, stand up. Now let's talk a little bit about what you came here for. Probability, statistics, playing smart, playing safe, things like that. Then we will get into actually playing the game a little bit. So the first type of bet I want to talk about is what's called a straight bet. A straight bet is when you bet on a single number. You can see it right on the screen where it says straight bet. And you have a 2.6% chance of winning, and your payout odds are 35-1. So as we go, you'll notice that the percentage of winning gets larger, but the payout is going to get smaller. And next we have a split bet. A split bet is where you are placing your chip between two numbers. So you're betting on two numbers, so your percentage of winning increases up to 5.3%, but your payout decreases to 17-1. So you can see just by going from winning one number to, from betting on one number to two, how much that affects your payout and your percentage of winning. And now a street bet. A street bet comes from, you're putting it on a whole line, and you're betting on multiple numbers at the same time. So you have a 7.9% chance of winning on this. So slightly higher odds, not a super popular bet, but the payout is 11-1. Then we have a corner bet, or a square bet, as some people call it. This has 8-1 payout with a 10.5% chance of winning. So you can see on the screen there, the chip is placed right in the middle of four numbers. So you're betting on the four numbers around there. So in this case, 8, 11, 12, and 9. And then we have a basket bet. A basket bet, you have a 13.2% chance of winning because you're betting on so many more numbers, and you have a payout of 6-1. An example of a basket bet, it's not actually shown, or it is shown on here, but it's called a 5-bet. It's where you bet on 0, 1, 2, and 3 at the same time using one chip. So you can see the 0 and the 1, how it's kind of, the chip is placed right between those two, where it says 5-bet. That is a basket bet. And now we're going to get into the bets where you have a much, much higher chance of winning, but the payouts aren't as good. So a column bet is where you're going to bet on a whole column. So on the right-hand side, you'll see where it says column bet. So your bet there, the person who's making that bet, where that chip is, they're betting on 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, and 36. So they're betting on all those numbers to hit. You have roughly a 1/3 chance of it winning. Of course, there's that house edge. So the payout is only 2-1. Next, we have dozens, where you'll see right below the black and red numbers, where it says first 12, second 12, third 12. That is where you're betting on dozens. So if it's going to go from 1 to 12, 13, so on, so on. So there you have a 31.6% chance of winning. Again, just under a third. And again, another 2-1 payout. And then we get into the bets where you'll see a lot of beginners, such as myself, the bets that we would place if I were playing with real money. Highs and lows means that you are betting on if the bet is going to hit 1 to 18 or 19 to 36. So you basically don't have a 50-50 chance of winning because of the 0-0-0, that house edge. But you have a really good chance of the probability pretty good, and you have a 1-to-1 payout. Which brings us to odd or even. So in similar fashion, 47-ish% chance of winning. That house edge makes it so that it's not 50%. But because the probability of it hitting is so high, the payout is 1-to-1. And then we have red and black in similar fashion. Again, not quite 50%, but the odds of it hitting are still so good that the payout is 1-to-1. So now chat is going to help me play, and you are going to make the bets for me. So let me get this set up. So there are tons of versions of free online roulette that you can play. I like this one the best, Vegas Slots Online. It's free. You can see there's an option to play for real money. I don't do that. But I like this one because you'll see how the ball moves and how the person talks. It's a lot more similar to actually being in a casino if you want to practice before actually going to a casino. That, and there's not a lot of like ads on these. Sometimes there's some very, very strange ads on them. So let's start the game. All right. So as you can see, we have $1,000 in. Let's turn off that music. Oh, we'll do 100 fake dollar bets. And using what we've learned, let's get some bets in. So Kyle says place it on red, even. Oh, the max bet is $100, Kyle. Sorry. So let's clear the bet. So we're going to do 10. So Kyle wants it red, even, and 21. All right. Let's
no more bets,
spin.
please.
You'll see how they say no more bets. It's going to go around the edge there. They hit one of the diamonds.
11,
and then
black,
it landed in
odds.
that slot of 11. So Kyle, unfortunately,
Place your bets, please.
They took our money. All right, now Penta. Okay, so let's reset.
No more bets, please.
Whoops. All right, Penta, that doesn't count for yours.
$33, black, odds.
Okay.
Place your bets, please. No more bets, please.
I did it again. I clicked reset, didn't I? I didn't do that.
16, red, evens.
but not bad.
Player wins.
Maybe I have to like...
Place your bets, please.
Okay. All right. So Penta, what do you want? So you want 16 again? Okay. We can't do 00 because this is European roulette. So, but put on 0 and red and 7 and 21 and even. Okay. Let's spin the
No
wheel.
more bets, please.
Oh, I like how this one lines.
6 black. Evens.
I like how this one like highlights what your bets are.
Player wins.
That's nice.
Place your bets, please.
Okay, Wolfabell. You want... Oh, go up. Okay. You want just $100 on black. Okay.
No more bets, please. $20.
There you
black.
go.
Evens.
Wolfabell wins.
Player wins.
So what
Place your
type
bets,
of
please.
bet was that? Color. Good. Red or black. Yes. All right. Let's get an example of just a straight bet. Moses. Yes. All right. Moses wants a 1, 3, 5. Oh, whoops. Clear bet. You wanted 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. And you want red? That makes sense. That does make sense. So
no more bets, please.
So because I'm so bad at math, it's really
10
hard for me
black.
to
Evens.
talk about the probability of when you start combining bets.
Place your bets, please.
But like I can tell you, like, you have a 47% chance of hitting red. But once you start saying, what's the probability of hitting red plus 0? That's where I get lost. But it does kind of help me
No more bets, please.
stay sharp and things like that.
1 red. Odds.
But we did hit red, so that's good.
Player wins. Place your bets, please.
All right. Who else? Let's do 10s. A bad man. All right. You want... What do you want? The square bet box? Yeah. Okay. What do you want? 33, 36, 32, 35. Okay. I'll just put $100 in. How about that?
No more bets, please. $32. Red. Evens.
A bad man.
Player wins.
Just made us
Place
rich.
your bets, please.
I mean, we're already rich. We have $100,000 at the casino of fake money. But look at us go up. Look at that. This is a good day. All right. Spence P. Okay. What do you want? 1 through 18. And even. Okay.
No more bets, please.
Let's do it. Yeah, I do really like how this one highlights.
24. Black. Evens.
So we bet $100 on that one, and we got $100 back. So
Player wins.
not bad. But I do like how
Place
this
your
one
bets,
highlights
please.
the wheel with what bets you've placed. Pento, let's do you again. What do you want? One of these. Columns. All right. What column do you want? 1, 2, or 3? 3. All right.
No more bets, please. 21.
Hey,
Red.
look at that.
Odds.
Yeah, Chad is good at this.
Player wins. Place your bets, please.
And Suave Sovi. What do you want? A dozen? 1, 2, or 3? 2. And 21. Okay.
No more bets, please.
Oh, I was
2.
so close
Black.
to 21.
Evens. Place your bets, please.
All right. And then I'm going to do the last one here. Let's just put it all in 21.
No more bets, please. 1. Red.
Bet on 1.
Odds.
Hockey number. Okay.
Place your bets, please.
All right. So, next, I just want to finish up with a few things, talking about safety tips, resources, things like that. So, a few tips for playing roulette. First, set a budget. Of course, I like to go and play for free online, exercise my brain, think about probability, statistics. But if you're going to go play with real money, set a budget and make small bets. Don't go overboard. Make sure you stick to your budget. Next, understand the odds. You can search anywhere online and look at the odds for roulette. But remember that those outside bets of betting on odds and evens, reds and blacks, things like that, give you the best probability to win. And then my next tip would be learn the game. So again, just learning the rules so that you're the most comfortable when you do go and play. And then most importantly, if you are going to go play real roulette, take breaks. Sometimes people can fall into the trap of not taking breaks, getting really sucked into the game. And then I'm going to share my screen again here. And then if you or someone has a gambling addiction, here's a couple of New York State resources that are really helpful. There's the National Council on Problem Gambling at 1-800-GAMBLER. It's toll free. And then the Office of Addiction Services and Support. Someone can call 1-877-8-HOPE.OR/HOPE/NY to talk to someone about their gambling addiction. And then Q&A. So what questions do we have? How good are the odds? Overall in roulette, the odds are fairly good. European roulette has the best odds with the house edge of just 2.64%. I believe 2.64%. But yeah, in American roulette, it's a little bit higher. What do we got next? How much do the greens pay? Well, of course, that depends on how much you're actually betting. But it either pays out 35 to 1 or 17 to 1, depending on the roulette variation that you're playing. In American roulette, the wheel has that 0 to 00, but in the European version, what we were just playing, it has just that single green 0. A lot of the time people will play European roulette because of that single green 0 that brings down that house edge. But in American, roulette, betting on a green has a 35-1 payout. Would you recommend betting on red or black? Doesn't matter. There's an American roulette. There's an equal chance of red or black. And in European roulette, there's 18 numbers that are red and there's 18 numbers that are black. Can a roulette betting system improve your odds? No. I mean, there's people on the internet that, claim to, use this betting cycle and you'll be a millionaire. Or, I've never lost money doing this, but look out for those like videos on YouTube, things like that. There's, of course, in any sort of gambling, there's going to be people that have systems and stuff like that, but there's no way to count cards or predict where the ball is going to go in roulette. So I think the best chance of improving your odds of not losing money in roulette would be to have a strategy to manage your bankroll, make the best bets with the most that will have the highest probability, things like that. Can math help you win it? No, just like I was just saying, math can't help you win at roulette. There's no way to predict what is going to happen in roulette, really. What is the highest payout? 35-1. Then the lowest is 1-1. And yeah, I think that's all the questions. Can you win money playing in roulette? Yeah, you can win a lot of money playing in roulette. There's tables that have a minimum bet of $1. There's high roller tables where people have walked away millionaires. But I'll never make those bets. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me. Thank you to my friends for coming in, asking questions, being great members of the chat. If you have any questions, feel free to whisper me on Twitch, Goldie_57. But again, thank you for joining me. I hope you learned a little something today. How to play smart, play safe, what the most probable odds are in roulette. And have a great night.